Hitler didn't invent World War II was many things, but it was also the time scientific research was funded and endorsed so well. One of Hitler's strategies during World War II demanded the Allies to think about a way to counteract. What of Hitler's strategies was so smart that they needed a brand new invention to level the playing field, and how it came to be. War didn't just happen at the battlefields. War didn't just involve attacking strategies and conquering places. Politics and tactics, arguably more detrimental than a nuclear bomb, played a huge role in the times of war. So it was highly imperative to predict and know the opponent's next move to maximize the chances of victory. So the obvious way the Allies could have done that was by spying on the Germans and intercepting their communication. But lessons from World War I, due to the Germans' loss, probably made Hitler set a brilliant strategy into motion with the help of their scientists. Every bit of German communication was coded, be it conversations, telegraphs, or even mailed posts. All of them were carefully secured. But the Allies had the greatest minds at their disposal, and deciphering each code should have been a piece of cake. But somehow, it wasn't. To solve a code, something called a key was needed. Not a key that opens locks, but one that helps you make sense of an unusual sentence or message that should make no sense otherwise. It can be as easy as all A's in the messages are replaced with D. Hence, the key will be D is A. Except things were a lot more complex. Still, something challenged the code breakers. No key made sense. It was like somehow the Germans have managed to produce coded messages that were impossible to crack. Later on, the Polish cracked the case and shared the idea with the Allies. Even then, it was more tasking than ever. By the time they completed deciphering one of the messages, more of the similar nature could have been delivered, and the information would be futile anyways. It was not a question if they could solve the code, but the actual race was against time itself. But why? What did Hitler use? The machine was called Enigma. It was a smart way of encoding messages. It should have been no different from any other of its kind, but it used possibilities of mathematical probability to its best. Every word keyed in will be assigned as a different letter by the machine. The key was different all the time, and it was decided by the machine itself randomly. So unless the machine is opened, the key cannot be known. Even with the limited number of alphabets, there are millions of ways the code can be written. So the Allies couldn't solve it because every message carried its own special key, which probably never repeated. After getting a slight idea of it, the Allies started to assign more people to work out all the possible keys and solve the codes as fast as they can. So many people can do only so much work. Human mind definitely has its limits, especially in stressful situations like this. In simpler words, deciphering the coded messages demanded more brain power than they could even think of supplying. So that's when Alan Turing stepped into the game. His idea was simpler. Humans cannot fight a machine. To fight and win a machine, the logic was that they had to build a better machine with whatever it takes. Before this event, so many people have worked on building computers. Even the name was given by a fictional writer in the 1600s. And the ideas were more to building something close to the calculators of this time. But Turing's spark of idea, which was then completely realized by Tommy Flowers through the creation of Colossus computer, was different from its predecessors. It was focused on playing with words in a mathematical way. If it wasn't for that, building a modern computer could have taken longer, or worse, never. Even the genius idea to counteract with Enigma had its own limits. It could only narrow down the possibilities for the codebreakers. It is said that nearly 500 people had to work on a daily basis to crack the encrypted messages. Even after they found a solution to Hitler's supreme secrecy, the Allies hesitated to interfere and give false commands to the German soldiers, thinking that they might find a smarter way to cover up their tracks, and that in return will put the Allies in a position where they have to go through the rough route once again to invent a new miracle of a solution. Maybe if that happened, Hitler could have been the reason to another more advanced invention we would have enjoyed today. The fact that all of this happened to just win a war can only make us ponder more. Thoughtfully, Quantum Vimana.